Love to welcome to the stage Jacob Schuenborg and Gonzalo Vargas Llosa for the ISCA Awards ceremony. Gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The ISCA Awards is something we do because we want to make a contribution to making the great stuff that you and our sector are doing more visible, more recognized, more valuable. And so this year we are focusing on integration of refugees through sport for our awards, but the topic is changing every time. I'm very glad to have you, Gonzalo, with us here to open the award show. The topic that we have chosen will be evolving in 4 different categories. It's my honor to introduce how we got around to creating this award. Now, the winners will also get a 3,000 euro prize, but we also wanted to do something special. So we decided to build a little bit of a trophy for them, but it should be a different way. We wanted actually to make it a special occasion, and so we brought together, ISCA is headquartered in Denmark, we brought together some Danish children and some refugee children to actually build the trophies for each of the winners. And we thought Denmark is the home also of the Lego bricks, so maybe they should build it out of Legos. We also wanted to create a little bit of value for the children themselves. We said we are going to buy 42 kilos of used Legos, and if you build the prizes for us, you'll get to keep all the Legos to play with afterwards. Now, these children actually, the refugee children are from Afghanistan. Some of them wouldn't even know Lego. They might even have not tried that. But here's what it looks like. We're not allowed to show the pictures of those faces, but this is the center, the asylum center we went to with some Danish children, met the refugee children there to build the trophies. And this is what it looks like when you bring together these children, a lot of Legos. This is just one of the tables. They had a lot of fun, and so did we. And we tried to give them some instructions, but I have to tell you, what happened in that room was amazing. They didn't follow the instructions, that's clear, but it was much better, even more creative than that. And even though not all of the Legos actually stayed on the table, they were having a lot of fun, and you would not want to believe the pride that we could see in their faces once they had finished building one of many, many trophies. So here are the 4 trophies that were then finally built and which will be handed out tonight. The first one, the house, is symbolizing the prize for collaboration. The second one, the light bulbs, are symbolizing the innovation prize. The third one, the female symbol, of course, for integration of women and girls into sport. And the fourth one, the hearts, is the role model. So, Gonzalo, before we go ahead with the prize giving, what would you say from your perspective, from the UNHCR perspective, is the value of highlighting the good examples out there?
Well, first of all, again, it's an honor to be here doing these awards, and congratulations for the idea of the awards, and of course, congratulations to all those who have taken part, and anticipated congratulations to those who will win. I think that Halida put it in much better words that I could possibly do. But in short, I think that the importance of this type of awards and these types of initiative really is a very powerful way of countering that very negative narrative exploited far too often by politicians, including, unfortunately, in the EU, that try to portray refugees as a burden, as people who want to try to come and take jobs away from Europeans, or who want to come and suck dry the health system or the education system. And I think that these types of initiatives show, the very different side and the very real side of the contribution that refugees can make to their societies. Contribution, of course, like we have seen Halida's making in Denmark, and which refugees all over the world make. So I think that
So the positive side actually of the story in a second.
exactly the positive side rather than the negative, misleading narrative that too often politicians try to sell the public in order to score political points. So I think that this is the best way to counter that narrative and to tell the real story of refugees.
And we have a jury, and the jury members are here. We have the shortlisted organizations and individuals. For each of the 4 categories, there's 3 shortlisted organizations. Have you had a chance to look at some of these shortlisted initiatives?
I've had a quick look, and really what I would like to say is apart from everything that I've said before, I would like to also highlight the creativity that all of them in different ways are using, which I think is very important because again, it's not just about the story, but also how to tell the story, how to portray it to the public. And I think that all those taking part, are obviously very good at telling their story. And I think that this is something that we need to very much encourage. So again, a huge congratulations to all of them.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Gonzalo, for joining us to open the awards. We will start with the first category now, the IRTS Cross-Sector Partnership category. And it's my pleasure to invite the jury member to present this particular award, which is Daniel Kate. Give him a warm welcome, and thank you very much, Gonzalo. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Honored to be here. So I'm going to present the award tonight for the best cross-sector partnership. I think one of the things that ISCA is looking for here is the idiom that you have in sport as well as in life. If you want to go somewhere fast, you go alone, and if you want to go somewhere far, you go together. So what we're looking for, what ISCA is looking for in this category here was favoring meaningful partnerships over expediency. And in this category, as judges, we had 24 applications to look through. And one of the things that stood out from the projects that came through as the shortlisted candidates was how the attributes of each partner contributed to that project, so how they came through and worked together. What we found in the shortlisted candidates here was that how they actually drove the partnership, so they took responsibility themselves to drive these partnerships forward, and also how they demonstrated the impact of the cross-sector partnership itself. So without further ado, I'd like to call onto stage the nominees. First of all, it would be CAP, Ciudad de Murcia, Krainem FC, Football Club, and Run Free Project. If you could come up on stage, please. So a big congratulations to all of you. I will say it was very difficult as judges to actually decide on the winner here, but there has to be one, and that winner is the Run Free project.
Do you want me to check as well? I'll give you the check.
Whoa. Thank you, ISCA. Thank you to the IRTS jury. Thanks to all of our partners who supported this project and believed in us from the beginning. European Commission, who also supports this project financially. It's a true honor to receive this award. Yeah, I also want to do a big shout out to the fellow nominees, the other candidates. I think you guys do amazing projects, so congratulations, and please keep doing what you do so well. I asked, actually, myself, I don't have a refugee background, so I asked my colleague for advice. He's a Syrian refugee, he's with us tonight, big inspiration for me. And I asked him if we would win this award, what do I have to say, actually? And he gave me the advice that's the same what his family, what he tells his family when they ask him why he likes sports. And he told me that sports is it's what I do, what calms me down. When I fled from Syria to Belgium through Turkey, sports was what really helped me along my way. So sports is in my blood, it's in my veins, and it keeps me motivated. So I invite you all to keep continue organizing sports activities for refugees, sports activities for everyone, so we can keep continue include refugees into our activities. Thank you very much.
Do you want to take a seat? Thank you very much. Okay, it's my pleasure to introduce our second panel member. They'll be presenting the IRTS Integration of Women and Girl Refugees Through Sport Award. And please welcome to the stage, Des Tomlinson.
Good evening, and thank you, and great to be here. It's my pleasure to present this award, and I just want to start by saying that in this category, and Khalida spoke earlier on about the importance of sport as a tool for human rights, so this category is especially important, more so given the words that Khalida spoke today. So in this category, we had 23 applications all over. And it was great to see the wide range of sport and physical activities being used to promote the participation and empowerment and involvement of women and girls. We saw football, basketball, cycling and yoga and many more activities being used. And we had applications from the African, Asian and European continent. This is really important for the category to see the work that's been done across the world, really. We know that lower levels of participation for female in sport and physical activity is known in society. And among females from refugee backgrounds, and that's especially low. So this category is really, really important to try and promote and encourage more females to be involved in physical activity and sport, outside of its importance in terms of empowering women and girls that are in a difficult situation as refugees. I would like to say that although we'll have one winner here today, really everybody that applied, that took part, from the 23 applicants are really winners in this area because they're really doing that work but tonight we'll only have one winner. So the nominees are the Bridge Project, JUNO, and Girl Power. So I'll invite them to the stage. Good to see you. Unfortunately, we don't have Bridge here today. They just couldn't make it today, so we just have the two people. Inspiring and important work. So it's just for me to announce the winner, and the winner is JUNO. I invite you to come up and say a few words.
Well, actually, I didn't really expect that. So I do it like as Oscars. I dedicate that prize to my wonderful team and all the great women I'm working with on a daily basis. They are just wonderful. Thank you to everyone here. And some of you might ask you, maybe, why a project just for women? And actually, it's many of our women don't really have any background kind of with sport experience. They were not allowed to in their countries at home. So they came to us and asked us, oh, could you please teach us how to ride a bicycle? Because at home it was just our fathers, brothers, husbands who were allowed to, and we would love to learn biking. So that's how we started, actually. At the beginning, we weren't actually a sporting program. We were something like a meeting point. So we started with bicycling, then we became swimming classes. Like that year, we had about 200 women and children in swimming classes. We've got by now climbing, football. Well, my absolute favorite actually is our boxing courses. Unfortunately, there were no pictures, but it's just really great. And I have got that one moment, which I will never forget, where one pretty old, actually, Afghan woman came up to me after her first lesson in boxing, and she never had done any sports sports in her life before, and she came to me and was saying to me in broken German, well, now I'm so many years already in Germany, and today it's the first time so I'm happy. So that really brought kind of tears to my eyes, and that's the moments we are living for. And I hope there will be still so many more of those moments. And yeah, thank you for also kind of making that possible.
Thank you very much. Now, I feel like this evening you might get a little bit familiar with me saying, now for something different. But now for something different, I'd love to welcome back to the stage our choir to give us a short musical interlude just to raise our spirits. Please welcome the choir. Thank you very much for that really energetic musical interlude. So now I'd like to welcome to the stage our jury member who will be presenting the IRTS Innovation during COVID-19 Award. So please join me in welcoming Alice Barb to the stage.
Good evening, everyone. Wow. Such an honor to be here. Also to have been part of the jury. It was complicated, especially during a year of pandemic. You can imagine how hard it was to convene, exchange, and share ideas. And as you all know, we've been going through a lot from a global perspective. Not only have we been dealing with a pandemic, but we've been dealing with the collateral effect of it. Rise of inequalities, birth of weird conspiracy theories, and the rise of hyper-nationalism. And I'm sure you're all aware of what has been going on when it comes to talk about borders and nations and Europe. And we should not forget about all the people that are fighting the good fight on ground, that are fighting for their rights to survive and for the freedom. People in Afghanistan, people in Iraq, and today people at the European border in Belarus. Soon, they're going to face more hate, more walls. I don't want to depress you talking about that, because I also want to remind you why we're here today. We're here to celebrate inclusion. And inclusion doesn't mean to be a charity. It doesn't mean to have a humanitarian aspect. It doesn't mean having a securitarian speech. Inclusion means creating a better future. And this is exactly what the nominees are doing every day with their work. So I want to welcome on stage the 3 organizations that have been nominated for this award. So I'm going to welcome them on stage. Please welcome Futbol Más France, Netball America, and Youth Sport Trust International. Okay. Ta-dam. And the winner is Futbol Más, France.
Mic check. Wow, thanks, ISCA and the jury. This is great. I think I want to accept this award on behalf of all the refugees that we work with in France, but also in other places. Thanks so many colleagues and members of the team who have been part of reinventing ourselves during COVID. We really didn't know what to do at the beginning, and we came up with something that resonated with a lot of refugees and other people across different countries. Two colleagues here, Zina from Futbol Más France, who's been working on it. Zina, if you're there. And Aitor also from Futbol Más Spain. We've been working with refugees in so many different places and contexts, in France with asylum seekers and refugees in closed centers, in partnership with the government as well on integration. We've been working with the migration caravans in Mexico on both borders. We've been working with refugees in Kenya, from South Sudan, Somalia, Congo, etc. We've been working with the Venezuelans in Peru. So it's been a great journey, and these people have been inspiring us so much throughout the journey. And we believe in Europe we're starting to feel we can also contribute to the integration of refugees, and we extend the hand to everyone who believes we can do that together. So thank you very much, and enjoy the conference. Looking forward to talk to you all.
And finally, our fourth award of the evening, which is the IRTS Role Model Award. And our presenter for this will be Karine Kui. Karine, please join me on stage.
Good evening, everyone. So, last category. The role model category is awarding a person making a difference in the integration of refugees through sport in his or her community, town, country, or far beyond. So there were 22 applications from amazing, incredible persons all around the world who, with passion, love, and courage, are taking action in that regard. As it is a citizen choice, I am sure it wasn't an easy task for the public who voted. Each of the applicants is outstanding in what he or she is doing. Each of them, with their actions, show the will and the desire to make the world a better place for everyone. For me, each is a door of hope for our world. So I'm personally very honored to invite the three nominees, Gerald Mballe, Khalida Popal, Jibril Din, please come on the stage. And the winner is Gerald Mballe.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This was not expected, and I'm short of words. But I would like to extend, first of all, a big thanks to my fellow nominees, which are here with me, and together we are here is because of the tremendous work you are all doing. If you give us a voice, involve us directly. And then this could only be the result, and we hope to have many more results of this nature. And as a refugee and a young man who have the story of many refugees that you have came across during your involvement of refugees in this era, we always consider ourselves not victims, and that is why we fight to let our voice heard. And thank God we have people like you who dedicate the safe space and who involve us directly. And having us here at an international level is a big deal for us. So a big thanks will go as well for the people that I retain very special, which are the athletes of Special Olympics. People that offered me a hand of friendship, in my most difficult moments when I arrived in Italy back in 2015, which embraced me and gave me a safe space. People that make me regain my self-esteem. And a last appreciation will go again to ISCA for organizing such an amazing event, bringing all these amazing people here in a very safe and secure space. So thank you, and good continuation of the event. Thank you again.
Thank you. Let's give a big hand to all of our award nominees and recipients. Now, as we move towards the close of the Congress, we have one final performance from our choir. And so let's welcome them to stage to start to sing us out. ladies and gentlemen, a very big thank you to Julianne, our pianist, Zeno, our choir leader, and the Molenbeek Choir.